watching my YouTube video again. This is our last video about social psychology. So if you have already finished viewing all the different videos of social psychology chapter, so now you already understand almost everything important in social psychology. Well, for this video, so we are going to further elaborate three very important concepts for social psychology, which is prejudice, discrimination, and stereotype or stereotyping. Right? And I will provide you some more relevant example for you to have a better understanding about these three stuff. And then so always in newspaper or online, a lot of people talk about prejudice or discrimination. Or even the government, they have to legislate for preventing discrimination. Okay, so what actually mean, and then how we can improve, how we can minimize discrimination in different society. Right. Before we start the video, so if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please also share and like my videos. Right. So you see three different things here, which is cognition, affect, and behavior. Okay. So of course, this is already everything of human. For human, we have thinking, we have emotion, we have behavior. So they exactly like cognition, affect, and then behavior. So this is a very important topic in terms of social psychology, called your interpretation, your social cognition of the world. Right? Okay, so now we start from cognition. Okay, so stereotyping or stereotypes means cognition, means stereotypes is something about yourself, your mind, your thought. So that's why you can challenge people stereotype. You can challenge people cognition when they not expressed. Okay, so that's why they have to tell you, have to express to you, and then you know, oh, this person with a lot of stereotypes. But always remember this point: the stereotypes always very neutral, and stereotypes a lot of time really reflect the reality. Okay, so for example, people think they will have a kind of belief, say boys normally perform better for math, girls perform better in language, on arts, or music. So here's a belief, this is a condition. Okay, so this is not really anything you can bring, because people are free to think different things in different ways. So this is, and somehow this is accurate. For example, another example, people will believe black people, they're more capable playing basketball. They can play basketball well, and white perhaps they will do something else different. For example, like some other ball games like tennis. Okay, so this is like a lot of time really based on statistics or really based on the reality. Okay, the thought. But a lot of time, so if you can't control or you can't debunk this kind of belief or the wrong belief of like stereotype or condition, so a lot of time your stereotypes, the cognitive, like the condition, will probably further make your affect, make your emotion. Our emotion means prejudice and in-group favoritism. So when we are talking about stereotypes, we consider the thought, right? Your thinking, mostly neutral. But if you can't control, or if you have sufficient awareness of your wrong stereotypes, so that will bring you some prejudice. Example. So I previously mentioned people will have like stereotypes like boys more capable for math. Okay. But if you don't really aware in the world, this is some cases girls can perform math as well, and then you don't really care what makes both gender different performing in terms of different academic subject. So you will further develop this kind of stereotype to become prejudice, and then you will think, you will have an idea, like for example, you will have some mathematics competition opportunity. So you will only think of boys. Okay, so and then you have some girls participating, or girls want to engage in this kind of activity. You feel not very comfortable. You see, well, you are going to lose. Okay, so this is like a prejudice. In terms of black and white, more common. So stereotypes, people think, oh, white. More, in a very traditional society, this is quite possible. So some people will engage more in certain occupation. For example, white people more in white collar work. Okay, and then black more like blue collar work. Okay, so this will be like stereotype. But if you don't control this kind of stereotype, the stereotype will further affect your emotion. Then you feel not comfortable because you know black people they are low class people, so you have to be very careful. They are more violence. So that's why for cognition stereotypes. So if you not control, if you not have sufficient awareness, they will further build your prejudice, and then prejudice means you bring certain negative emotion, bad emotion, or even you feel disgust. Okay, so that's why this is already wrong, because when you have this kind of fact, more or less or sooner or later, that will bring your discrimination. Discrimination basically means you start behaving and then you start giving people in unequal opportunity. Okay, so for example, when you favor a group of people, you tend to give them more opportunity, and then that would be very damaging for another group of people. Okay, so that's why, for my example, like boys, girls. So at the beginning, you believe boys more capable for maths, girls more capable for language or whatever. And then if you don't control, so prejudice will be you keep thinking about boys, they are more capable academically, they are more outstanding, and then you feel our girls not really measure up to the standard of school. Okay, so you feel not very you not really prefer teaching girls. Okay, and then if you don't aware adequately for condition and fact, and then that will start affecting your behavior. Behavior means you don't provide equal opportunity for both gender. For example, as a class teacher, so you just focus on, you just help the boys, and then you tend to ignore girls because you believe they are not hopeful for reaching any, getting any achievement. So this already discrimination. Black, white as well. So you think black will add something and white will think something, and then for a fact, for prejudice, so you tend to believe a lot better when you are working or giving opportunity to whites, and then you tend not very happy, or you feel a little bit uncomfortable with black people, black society. And then for behavior, you tend to offer unequal opportunity for different group of people. So for example, you have vacancy as in a company, you just interview white applicants, so and then you tend to reject black applicants. This is very wrong because in different society, this is not allowable or even illegal. Okay, so that's why this is something you have to know well. For government or law or policy, we just can't regulate discrimination because behavior is something you can observe. Okay, but we can't do anything for condition and fact in terms of government because this is really rooted in your very early childhood experiences. So that's why if you really want to control discrimination in terms of races, in terms of gender, in terms of social classes, so punishing people is necessary, but we have to know how we can change the condition, how we can change their thought, the belief. Okay, so of course, education, or we have to do a little bit more of how to change people wrong belief in terms of mass media, in terms of like parenting. All right, so this is the end of this video, and this is the end of your study of social psychology. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye.